Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play RGFX Kaiserreich as our lens. Let us continue on from where we last left off. So, of course, the Swedish and the Finnish are once again at war, just like they were in our last campaign, and that's really unfortunate, because I don't want them to be fighting. I was thinking of maybe setting them a volunteer. We could send them like one division, which isn't like that many. But you know what? Congratulations to this dude. The 9E Divisi, you are now being sent to the frozen hellhole that is known as Northern Sweden. So congratulations to you. Because again, we do want the Swedish to win the war. Because we don't want Finland. I mean, we want Sweden to win a war. Mostly because I think they're going to be a little bit better for us in the long run. And we want to also win the war before the Second Weltkrieg, because we wait until last time. Remember how long it took for them to join the war against Russia and the International last time? It took forever, like 1 trillion goddamn years. So we got standoff in America. When is our troop going to be there? He's going to be there in about 10 more days. I don't know how it takes that long to go from here to like there. And you guys will be deploying soon, which is nice. How many troops do you think we can possibly get ready for a war against Britain? Yeah, a troop has arrived in Finland. We are going to send you to here. That is where you're going to go, because what I want to try to do is I want to try to get like a surround on these Finnish troops. Because if we can get that going, can you please strategically redeploy? Control B. Control B. I'm trying Control B. Oh! He's doing it! Fantastic. Okay. You did lose that territory, which sucks, but we'll still kind of go to here, because I still want to get that general idea going. But even if you can surround, like, one province of Finnish troops, that's still pretty good for us, and I'll definitely go for another level of construction speed, thank you. With 200 political power, I think we want to save it, because I'm pretty sure once the second American Civil War begins, this should jump up considerably. At least enough for, you. You're at war with all the South? Okay. But it should jump up enough for us to be over 15% war support. Social unrest in the Netherlands. The past few months have seen a growth of violent confrontation between paramilitary bands on both the left and the right, with street fights an almost daily occurrence in the larger cities. Strikes are commonplace, with either the police or the Landskap Black Shirts breaking the strikers' pickets. The police have failed to keep order, with the army often having to offer support. But this has only served to increase dissident and further civil disobedience. The situation continues to escalate. The elections in May look to be the most contentious in living memory. Another 5% stability loss. Fantastic. Love to see it. So, okay, Second American Civil War, we're now at 16% war support, which means now we can go up to early mobilization, which will save us a little bit of hardship there. Now our troops are about to enter the front lines. How much defense do I have? 164. I'm actually the most defensive of all these troops. Hopefully we can keep this area under control. 3 Finnish divisions, though, is quite a bit. Airspeed... How much is the air support helping us? Not at all, apparently. I guess it's because I'm only using fighters and no, like, close air support. By the way, Sweden, why would you be sending close air support to areas which you do not have troops? I don't know if I quite understand your, motives there. Romania joined the Belgrade Pact. I'm sure Greece in a moment is going to be joining the Belgrade Pact. So war in Bulgaria is soon to happen. I mean, I'm just trying to hold on. I have 219 defense. I have no idea why the Swedish units are so garbage. They might just be... What's their base value? Base value is of 106. My base value is 213, so I guess their armies are just kind of worse than ours. But Finland is actually dominating the war here against Sweden, which kind of makes me think maybe we backed the wrong horse in this fight, and we should pull back and just let Sweden lose. Yeah, you know what? I tried Sweden, but clearly, you're bad at your job, so I'm just gonna go down to Mamlo. We'll have. Did I not assign? Yeah, please go here. Just leave Sweden to its fate, because I really don't think it's going to be winning this war. Goodbye, Sweden. Because if anything, I wish I could go around and just help the Finns instead win their war. But I don't think that's going to be happening, unfortunately. You're a little bit too ahead of time. We could go for some light tanks or heavy tanks. We have 50% boost to you. Yeah, let's just go for light tanks. They're going to be cheaper for us anyways, and our industry capacity is not incredibly large. Oh, you've ended your hostilities. Well, that's good. Much better than Finland joined the Reichspakt. Much better than the last time where, I guess, did Sweden lose land? Yeah, they lost some territory. Much better than the last time where this kept fighting forever. Zwolle massacre. A socialist rally outside Zwolle, organized by local council communists, ended in tragedy as one of the strikers threw a bomb in the midst of the police who were trying to disperse the crowds. 4 policemen died, and the police immediately returned fire into the crowd, killing 24 strikers. At dawn the next morning, the police, openly backed by the local chapter of the Reichspakt, arrested local socialist leaders en masse, including the nephew of Hank Svensson, founder and leader of the RSAP. These actions have elicited further protests throughout the country, and even the VDP is calling on the Prime Minister Colonial to publicly condemn what they see as illegal detentions. The police did well in rounding up the troublemakers so quickly. How dare you throw bombs at the police right now? The new O-class submarine. The first submarine mine layer to serve in the Netherlands, the WWII class, are the largest Dutch submarine designed to date, displacing 998 tons. They were also the fastest, capable of 19 knots surfaced and 9 knots submerged. Armament comprised of 8 530mm torpedo tubes, 4 bow, 2 stern, 2 external amidships, a dual-purpose 88mm deck gun, 2 40mm Beaufort guns, and a 12.7mm submachine gun, giving a very strong anti-aircraft capacity for a pre-war submarine. Probably the most innovative element of the design was the world's first operational submarine snorkel, a pipe that enabled the diesel engines to be run with a periscope depth. By not going back to the drawing board, we will have the ship as soon as possible. Grants 2 times submarine. Yeah. Give me basic snorkel technology, thank you. And we will, instead of building the improved submarine hull, we'll build the new O-19. Large submarine, 740. We'll have you with a good engine. You have the snorkel. We can put aircraft on you? Put another torpedo tube on you as well. 830 production cost. I think that's basically everything that I can put on you. So we're going to save that design. Everybody's going to go over to the O-19. Alright, we'll build one more ship. And then just finish that one. And then we'll switch to something a little bit better. But the election is going to be happening in May. May 1937. Well, when in May? Because I don't really want to get another... You know what? No. We can get one more focus. The Dutch Air Force is going to take 14 days. So that should be finished before the election anyways. And after that, we'll save our political power for all the election bonuses. Can I get a submarine? Submarine attack and defense? Yeah, thank you very much. Because we're definitely going very submarine heavy in our fleet. Which is not a surprise, because that's how most of our campaigns go. The Russians also put a lot of troops on the border here, which is a little bit worrying, I will admit. And our manpower right now is low, but that's okay. When are you returning back home? Tomorrow. Okay. Thank you very much. You will now go over to here. And everybody has declared war on the belt, on Bulgaria. So they're going to be fighting, basically, would you consider this one front or like 3 fronts? I'm not too sure. Maybe 3. Either way, Bulgaria doesn't stand a huge amount of chance of winning their war. The American Gangers. American Gangers or American Goers are Dutch syndicalists that have assembled a large group to prepare to fight as volunteers in the combined syndicates of America in the American Civil War. Their preparations are almost complete, with a policy of problems for our government as to how to approach them. If we let them leave, it could jeopardize potential future relationships with whichever non-cyclical power is victorious in America. Within the government, most people are advocating forfeiture of citizenship if they join the syndicalist army as per the law. Some say the Dutch expression, prevention is better than the cure, applies here, and that there are some who think we should just let them spend their holiday in America. So, we can take their passports, warn them that they will lose their citizenship. Yeah, you might lose your citizenship if you leave. But if you do leave, yeah, you're just never coming back. That's kind of my plan for now. I mean, how's the CSA actually doing right now in their war? Oh, actually pretty badly, I would say. It depends on how MacArthur can really hold this on for now. But I would say the CSA is doing worse than expected. Well, depends. Depends on what front you look at. I think actually didn't get a huge amount of territories at the very beginning like they usually do. And we have our 100% research bonus here, so let's research the 1939 rifle. And now with our dockyards, we will be going for the large 019 class. Put all of our factories on there, and we should be looking pretty good. We have one more military factory. We are only missing fighters, so instead of doing that, we're actually just going to go for interwar bombers. Get more aircraft into our army. And I think after this, restore justification. Coming to France is playing war against us. Yeah, because there might be a war with Switzerland. Usually that doesn't happen, but we'll kind of see how this plays out. And if we have 1.4 thousand rifles, I think we're actually going to cut production of rifles in half. And just start making some Wildkrieg-era tanks. At least for right now. And the Union of South Africa seeks to recruit settlers in the Netherlands. The South African government has petitioned us to request our permission for them to hold a recruitment campaign in the Union of South Africa with the goal of recruiting settlers for the colonization project of the Bushland region of Africa. They point out that we do not have any settling colonies at present, and that those who are looking for an adventure will otherwise likely move out of the Union of South Africa regardless. Perhaps Argentina, German colonial holdings, or some other places where they will assimilate away from Dutch identity. At least in this way, we can apparently help our Boer brethren in Africa with their mission to civilize Southern Africa. So South Africa, right now, they are authoritarian democratic, which I think means that the, they're part of Scotland. And we're getting after the Boer War. Yeah, no, he is a, he's a British, so he's probably, like, part of the Unionist. Our population growth will temporarily be lower each time South Africa recruits settlers. Yeah, I don't see why not. I don't think it's going to make a huge impact on us. I do know that we're saving a lot of political power, which we could be using on another focus. But the election is going to be happening soon. I don't know when it's going to be happening. But there's only like 10 more days, really, that it could realistically even take place in. So, I'm not going to worry about that too much. So, we'll see when Sweden joins the Reichspakt. Because they should still join, even if they did lose their war against the Finns. So I think that both in the Reichspakt should allow Norway to get completely destroyed. So, the Dutch elections. With the incidences in Amsterdam and as well still fresh in people's memories, the parliamentary elections are going to be hotly contested this year, and the police are out in force to deter would-be troublemakers. The CNA superbloc currently is the strongest parliamentary position, but the pillars are teetering on the brink of destruction and hemorrhaging voters left and right. Superiority at the ballot box is very much in question. However, Lish Links, the combination of left liberals and moderate social democrats, can also count on a broad support base, perhaps even enough to dethrone the CNA. There's always the specter of radicalism waiting in the wings. Well, I think the VNH become the largest party. Austria's going to warn the Hungarians. That does not affect us too much. I mean, it does in the sense that Austria's going to be losing manpower, which sucks. VNH electoral victory. That actually wasn't even in the list of things I could have done. Where is it? I don't know. Prices on the Danube. So, the next election is in May of 1941. But I don't... It said it finished the election, but I don't know where that actually showed up. So, I guess for right now, let's go for another, maybe another mobile warfare doctrine? No. I haven't even started the first one yet. Let's go for... air defense. You know what? It's gonna be a company. Air attack was 15%. Yeah, we'll go for you. We'll go for the Fokkers. And we'll see how that goes. Are they even the largest party, though? They are, right now, 25%. VNH electoral victory. In such trying times as these, it's no surprise that people clamor for a strong leadership to guide them. The ideals of the VNH have proven to be a strong enough rallying point that we have trounced every one of our adversaries at the ballot box, and now we take it upon ourselves the task of stamping out the specter of international syndicalism and restoring the Kingdom of the Netherlands to its status that it deserves. This is not going to be an easy road, however. In addition to the Red Menace, the faction party politics, who spend their days chattering away in a parliament, will likely be fighting us every step of the way, as well as we lack parliamentary majority. We could establish these concerns and form a proper coalition with the CNA, if only pacify the public and making the transition easier, or we could let the Landwehr convince Parliament to give us emergency powers. So, either way, we could have... So the only difference is you. Same ideology or land for construction speed. Let's just form a coalition with the CNA. Because I feel like that's a lot less likely to backfire on us. You know, sprawling on the streets. But let's not worry about that too much. The alliance on the right has been bypassed. So actually, we have national recovery over here, so we can still do this for Black Monday. But now there's a whole new thing here. So we got an alliance to the right. So I mean, there's actually a lot of stuff that we couldn't really see. But that's okay. The Red Scare. Subvert the legal system. We'll kind of worry about this in the future. So do we know which way you guys have went? I don't think so. Because you definitely don't have enemies on our side because you didn't lose both territories. It's either peace, reconciliation, or Brenne to France. But I guess actually I probably just read the description. It probably would have said. And there we go. Sweden has joined the Reichspakt, which is good for us. Because Norway does not have enough troops to withstand Finland and Sweden when the war comes to it. So our navy is continuously getting stronger, which I do appreciate. War propaganda. We could get some of you guys going. Because world tension is at 52%, which is quite high. And we do have a new flag. We're also now known as Deutschland, no longer the Netherlands. The Ottoman Empire has ended their hostilities. I mean, Bulgaria is definitely going to be losing their war. There really is no doubt about that. But the question is, like, what do I want to do first? New flag protocol. Anthem in the school. The Red Scare, break up Socialist Party. You're really just like... There's the garrison. That's actually not bad. Pencil Corps territory, war support goes up. Civilian and war support. But a lot of you right now are, unfortunately, like, not that great. It's in a sense that you're really just reducing party popularity. I'm sure it gets better the further down here you go. And actually, again, you're really just like more party politics. I mean, 20% stability is actually pretty good. And what else do we actually have down here that we want to get in the future? You both seem to be exactly the same. It just depends on whether or not you want to go national populist or paternal autocrat. But you require this. So we actually can't go down here yet. Because you're not a dictatorship. How far could we even go down here? We can break up the socialist pillar, but we have to kind of keep going down this way. But I still think that's fine. But once this is done, we definitely want to go for national recovery. It's only going to take 7 days. Follow that up. Just going, I think, straight to 5% recruit population as soon as possible, so we can just slowly build up our troop count would be really, really nice. You have 27 more days until you are finished. Do not... Okay. Deploy to this port, please. I don't know if I actually... Did I say it? Yes, I did. Fantastic. Please go here, though. You are much better for us than deploying here, because it's this only one sea zone, instead of having to deal with 2. So we will combine you guys up. Fantastic. Gandhi take power in the commune. There is a chance for a totalist civil war there, but that's probably a little bit less likely to happen. Peru and Bolivia are fighting a war amongst themselves. MacArthur probably is going to end up losing here in the future. And you guys have gone national populist, so you should be joining up with the Reichspakt in the future. And if Argentina wins their war, which actually looks like they should, there's a decent chance that Bucharest has fallen, so who knows what's happening over in the war over there. But there's a chance that Argentina and Brazil are going to be joining the Reichspakt, which would be really good, especially if Mexico, who is currently totalist, will probably join the International, could just invade those guys in the future, which would be really nice. Replacement for the Governor General. The Governor General of the Duchy of the Indies, Boniface Cornelius the Young, has announced his intent to resign, having waited for the election to do this so that the new government can appoint a new Governor General without the need for him to be replaced within half a year, which would, in the Young's eyes, be harmful for the stability of the Indies. Multiple candidates have come forward, but only one can become Governor General. We either want someone who keeps... You know, let's go for the balance of candidates, because I really don't want the Civil War to be happening in the Duchy of the Indies, or I guess the Independence War, whatever you want to call it. But I do think I'm going to call it the end of the episode right here, so thanks everybody for watching. My name is Ansem. If you've enjoyed, give me a thumbs up. If you did not enjoy, click thumbs down. Want to see more, subscribe, and goodbye.